Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Bar20, a player hater gaming production where myself and some nerdy friends of mine sit around a virtual tabletop and we play Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Brandon Ross. I am your host and dungeon master. Before we get too deep and far into tonight's episode, I will very quickly pass it off to my social media team because they have a couple of things to throw out there. I don't think there's anything too crazy for announcements tonight, but I'll let them handle it, and then we'll get into the shenanigans that were kicked off last session.
Thanks, Kelvin.
You're welcome.
All right, so yeah, social media wise, go follow our stuff. Whenever I was a child, I was told that I was bossy and that I would not have any friends or anything like that if I did not outgrow my bossiness. Guess what? I didn't outgrow it. So go follow our socials now. If
They
you
weren't
want to be
wrong.
cool. Yeah.
You don't have
Okay.
any friends.
No, they weren't.
I know. Okay.
That's right.
But you know,
That's
but you
right,
know
because
what?
she's my sister, so it's
But
more
you know
than
what?
that.
But you know what? I'm always right. And whenever I tell you you need to follow our socials, you need to follow our socials because we have a lot of fun. We share a lot of different things. We are just crazy party time all the time because, I mean, essentially, we're the party. So, yeah, come join our socials. Come find out whenever we're streaming. Find out what's new on stream. Find out what our favorite foods are. Come join our Discord. Come hang out with us.
Mexican. It's always Mexican.
Mhm.
Queso. Queso's always the right answer. There you go. Yeah, come hang out with us in the Discord. Come play games with us. Me and Tasha and Andy, we're all playing Ark right now and everything, and we are having fun, especially whenever
So
we
much
get
fun.
kicked off our owls and then killed, and then we have to go get them and all that stuff. And
Or-
Alice, and then
Or like that one time I accidentally picked Tasha up off of her RG over the ocean.
or the time you find an Allosaurus just running around and you're like, are we cool? Are we not cool? Until you do the little look and you realize, oh, we're cool and stuff like that. Yeah, come hang out with us. Check out our Facebook, check out our Instagram, check out our TikTok, check out our Twitter. I am tongue-tied right now and everything. So yeah, like I said, I'm being bossy. Go follow our socials. There you go. I think we're good. We're still doing the 200 follower giveaway, and yeah, I am excited to not win that. So, you know,
I'm jealous.
When we
I
get
know.
Whoever's gonna win.
When we get to 180, I'll announce the what the top two bundles are. It'll be a first place and second place prize.
There's only 27 more followers needed to 200.
Oh
Yeah,
man!
and remember, Rick is going to quit at what was it?
199.
199, and if you
Rejoin
really,
at 201.
yeah, so that will be the win for the 201 is that Rick will come back and Kelvin will come back with
a win.
with
That's more like a
break even, maybe.
But yeah, so I think that's all there is from social media.
All right. Well, I don't have any other crazy announcements aside from if you enjoy our content tonight, please head over to the Twisted Perceptions channel and give them a follow. Check them out. They have a great story as well. I got to guest appear last Sunday as the boss, and I got to kill.
They beat your ass. Yeah, they beat your ass too. It was amazing.
They did pretty good.
I was gonna be there, but then I'm like, baby.
I'll have to make sure to go a little, not be so lenient next time. No, I'm kidding. They did great. They were fantastic. They strategized well, and it was a really fun episode to have. I'm glad I got the guest. Thank you, Ford and Twisted Perceptions, for letting me come hang out again. I'll have to see if I can get some of you guys to come hang out on Wednesday night a time or two. I'm pretty sure that should be fun.
I really wish Pyre could have showed up because then Az and Pyre could have talked shit to him again. We joined forces once again against the Vampire Lord.
And you may yet see him again.
Dun.
Pyraz. Yeah, Pyraz. There we go.
But with those out of the way, if anybody has anything else, we'll do our how is our circle of chat looking across the board there? Anybody need a little boost?
I need 2.
You need 2.
I'm good.
You need 2. You're good, and
I'm good.
Kelvin is getting anyways.
I need a hug.
Do not forget, there is still a Bane dice hovering over my head.
Mm.
Do not forget that.
How many do you have?
I can only hold one at a time. Because it's a D20. It's a reroll.
So do you only have one right now?
I have one above my head, yes.
Okay.
I don't see anything above your head other than Dungeon Master, but yeah.
I'll go get like a pure black.
You gotta squint really hard to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll go get me one with like that's like black and gold. And just put Bane
Ooh.
dice on it.
There was a
God.
set of dice that I saw online that I'm working towards getting. The D20 says fuck you and the nat 1 says fuck me.
There you go. There you go.
Want.
Nice. Nice. All right. Well, as we get into tonight's episode of the Wild Cards, we have witnessed as they have begun to make their way out of Bolbeck, having cleared the corruption within this quaint little town's grasp, leaving it in firm charge of some strong counseled individuals and allowing one of their members to scout ahead. They were able to leave not much later, beginning to head up the Zealous River, the main river within the continent to where all travel goes, a saltwater river, as it does connect the most northern and most southern points of this large island continent to the outside world. As they have followed this river, they have come across small fish town here, there, people trying to make their way and make their life. There was a fantastic couple of rolls made to acquire some great, unfortunately ended up not actually needing, but still a great story getting arcane components. Because somebody forgot how their focuses work.
I still needed the pearl.
You did still need the pearl, that's right. You did still need the pearl, which is thankful.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't need the owl feather.
No.
That's okay. I can make more arrows.
Tell that to the one who's covered in water.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Well, there's been a little bit of time passed. You're not so soaked anymore.
Calvin pressed a bathitation
No,
on me.
no,
so
but
we're-
Pyre was terrified to see Snow just pop out of the water, big-eyed and skinny. It was the scariest thing she's
Like
ever seen.
daisies.
Just splooshes up. Found a pearl.
Yeah,
Hey,
digging
guys.
at the ground like a zombie, like, get me the fuck out of here.
As they have traveled further north, trying to begin to get to where the war between two nations has been going on, and see and investigate more into that, especially with the recent learned losses of some of their known friends back in Raitul. As they had begun their travels throughout the land, they had noticed that during one of the days there was what looks to be some kind of intense situation upon the river, as a handful of smaller boats were coming in on this larger vessel. The two of them engaged in a bit of combat, nothing crazy, no cannon doors open, no cannon fire, nothing like that, but mostly arrow to arrow combat. Kelvin deciding that he did not like the way it looked, he would at least slow, in the most proper use of the word, their efforts. Reached out his arcane influence across the distance and cast slow, causing one of the ships to begin to crash into the other. And that is where we will pick up tonight's episode. I'm going to drag the players over first and then I will drag the view over.
Yeah, Pyre. We don't have to attack everything.
Oh God.
Yeah, Pyre.
Well done, sir.
Thank
It
you.
reminds me of my first map that I made that was like really, really, really long.
I wanted to make sure I grasped the importance and the size of this river as it does run in depth and width to support seafaring vessels. So that, let me see if I can get it well placed for our lovely stream. Go.
I have no regrets.
Kelvin, I wasn't sure where to place you to be in range of casting. I know there is
That's probably about
there's
right.
a great distance on this spell. I believe it has a good 120 feet, correct?
Yeah.
I thought so. I wanted to make sure I couldn't pull from memory directly. I thought it did.
Yeah.
So you're solid from where you're at, probably.
Yeah.
The rest of you may place yourselves accordingly. I really wasn't sure where to put you. I just want to make sure you were on the map. As I let all of you take in the map and begin to wonder what to do next. I'll give you a few moments to settle that.
I think I'm pretty happy with where I put myself.
Okay.
Pyre's useless, so yeah.
Mary just needs to wait till I get telekinesis, and I'll just yeet her over to the ship.
Oh gosh.
Don't tempt her. That sounds like fun.
Just a giant rage ball just flying. Forget a cannonball. This is a
No.
rage ball.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're sending a fireball. No, they're sending Pyre.
It's a fireball. It's worse.
So much worse. But all right, you've placed yourselves where you want. We haven't really hit initiative just yet, more like a loose initiative. I will be asking kind of what you want to do, and we'll resolve it as a group and group basis. So as Kelvin, and we'll just start off with him. Well, not truly top of initiative, but top of action, as he was the one to make the most recent affirmation of what he's doing. So you have all seen him cast the spell before, I believe. You watch as the area around that ship kind of ripples for a minute in that that heat wave kind of effect. And you can see the individuals upon it just as they're trying to steer the ship and move it. So I'm just going to go down the line as they've been randomly arranged on here, skipping Kelvin. Fire.
Pyre's just watching and being like, Kelvin, you're getting on to me about not attacking everything?
No one got hurt.
All right.
Not yet!
Cathalia?
I think I actually might go a little bit closer.
Okay, you have your movement
I lost my snap tool thingy, so I'm like, I'm guessing. Yeah, right there is good. Because that's that's good. And I'm going to get my bow ready to hit anyone that would attack my party.
Okay. Snow.
I feel like that is the safest choice at the moment.
Hang on, I'm checking CR ratings. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it helps if I take the
Is our cat about to become a shark?
I had the thought, but merfolk apparently aren't a thing, which is surprising. No, I would like to. This might be super dumb because now I'm going to be a big fluffy target. But I am going to cast polymorph on myself and turn into a giant owl.
Okay.
And I would like to use the owl to try and like fly over the water a bit. What's the owl's speed? Flying 60 feet. So how far can I get?
Hey, look, you could have got an alpha there from right there.
I got plenty.
Just unlock flying too.
I think so. I'm double checking right now actually because I had that
it's-
thought of I think
Isn't it 8th level?
well, polymorph versus wild shape are two different things.
Yeah.
So the polymorph I don't believe has a limit except for
What's its size?
PR.
Large, correct?
The owl, yes.
You should be able to move it.
The form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to less than the target's or the target's level. So yeah, that's not an issue. It doesn't have the same limits that wild shape has.
You should be able to move that token.
I cannot. Wait, hang on. There we go. I did it dumb. So come out to like right about here, which I'm hoping is roughly 60 feet. And I want to get a perception on the as many like these mainly these the small closest boat and the large boat. Are there any like identifiers? Are they pirates? Are they soldiers? Are they I want to see if I can identify who these people are.
Okay. And it was your action to transform, so what is the passive perception of the owl?
I don't know how to find that.
What's the owl's passive wisdom?
13.
I do believe it has proficiency in perception too. It's probably 13 or 14.
Yeah, I got you. It's actually 15.
Oh, nice.
Better than Tam's.
It's better than mine.
It's better than yours.
It's better than mine.
Oh, wow.
It's better than most of the party.
That's
Yeah.
what happens when you're not a wisdom-based caster.
I think 15's better than a
talk very
10,
well.
so
We will use the passive until you can take an action to make a look around.
Yeah,
but
of course.
15 also really high up there, so not bad at all. What you do notice is that the larger galleon-style ship definitely seems to be that for cargo. It is not militaristic. It is not heavily soldiered or armed. It is definitely that not... What you can see, you could guess it looks like it's slim crewed, or they're still reacting. You're unsure. But you can't tell the three ships to the north. They are definitely, the way they're dressed, the way they look, they are bandits, pirates, swashbucklers, scallywags, whatever term you want to put them into.
Okay. Cool. That was action, and I am polymorphed, so that will be my turn.
Okay. Oh, and how long does Slow get a reroll at the end of their turn, or is it just last? Cannot remember.
They at the end of their turn, they can make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, no one passed. They did. Yeah, they're still like that. They're still very confused, and you can see the other ships start yelling, "What are you doing? You're gonna move, God!" And they're trying to beginning to correct. So I will say that for the purposes of what they're trying to handle, select all of them. Grab you first.
Now, don't forget, because I remember it was all three of the the one had both its rudder control and its sail control slowed, and the other two were just sail control.
Yep. So they're actually going to get.
They're falling off.
They don't crash, but they do begin to butt against each other and begin to push each other off course. I'll get this poor guy back on the ship. It's okay, buddy.
No, I think it's saving throw. Does he fall off?
I'll never let go.
They
Jack.
only happen because I'm moving the token. Calm down. You want to play those rules? We can have fun.
There was a very slow ship crash. I mean, maybe they fell off.
It's like watching let's do the rewatch, but the rewatch is the watch.
Yeah.
Look at those Pain and Ricky.
But they're not
Look at
going to
the
move
pain
as
in
far,
Ricky Bobby's eyes.
Going to get moved over a bit. So they cannot keep up, and there begins to be infighting. And let's see if anybody there is smart enough to figure out what's going on. He's not. They're not. They are. You watch as two of them are still on the ones that didn't get slowed. They're still kind of bickering, and then there's a third who is kind of seems like he like to probably rank or a whatever, begins to shout and look around. Here and go, Captain! There's some kind of a spell! One guy did well and recognizes there's something going on.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Magic. Who does that?
But we will go do another round. So yeah. Let's go down. I'm going down the list as it is on the screen over there for the stream. Pyre.
All right, Pyre is going to run about here, get her feet in the water, kind of look at Snow, and be like,
you just
first,
watch the snow just just running towards the water.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, here we go again. You see her leap, and then feathers, wings.
So, with all that she can, Pyre is going to scream at Snow if she sees anything. I mean, Pyre's just yelling, like, what do you say? What's going on? Yeah. Fuck you, Snow!
I do one thing.
Damn.
So yeah, 100%. She's screaming loud enough. Everybody on the ships are probably just looking at her because she's just like cupping her hands, yelling at Snow.
All right, Calvin.
At this moment in time, I just want to see this interaction where you see Pyre run up, what's going on? And then you just see Snow around, whoo!
Hey, hold on. Pyre's gonna sit down, do ritual cast, speak with animals. There we go.
See you in 10 minutes.
Would that work?
See you in 10 minutes.
She can, absolutely.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
See you in 10 minutes.
10 minutes and 6 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm going to look over at the ship that that's still going forward. And
right.
I am going to, from here, can I, at this point, can I see if they are bad people or not?
In the big ship?
No, in the one that is
Not
closer to
slow.
me, that's not slowed down. I mean,
Oh.
that's not there. I mean,
From a glance, you can see they look like they are armed, intentful sailing, purposeful, and looser clothings, not a lot of armor on them.
So easy targets.
Sure.
Yeah, let's see how that works with Pyre.
I would like to. I am going to cast. Let me check the range on something really quick. Never mind, I'm not using that one.
You didn't take distant, double, sniper, ultra, range,
No.
meta magic feet.
No,
No, that's next level.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, next level.
I'm so here, my turn is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna just cut my hands together and stop. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Stop it.
Kalia.
Same as before.
All right. No?
Can I do something really dumb?
You are more than welcome to.
Wild cards, can I do something dumb? That's our tagline.
It really is.
It's
I
a
want to do this
rhetorical
stupid
question.
thing.
What would you like to do, Miss Snow?
Hang on, I have to do some math here.
Sure.
'cause It's 15 feet to that guy. So that leaves me 45 feet as an eel? Or as an owl, sorry.
Are you gonna pull an Annie?
I don't know. From about 30
Oh god,
feet.
is she gonna poop on them? Please tell me she's gonna poop
No.
on them.
Why
I mean,
are
I can
you
do
telling my
that too, but that's
secrets,
not up
Kelly?
to me.
God.
That's one of those like biological things I don't have control over. I would like to use 30 feet of movement to dive bomb this ship, and I want to see if I can grab onto the person that's controlling the rudder. And then I am going to move them 15 feet out into the water, if possible.
Okay. Make
A thing. Make a thing.
hang on, let me look at the
Roll
stat block for this
something.
picture. I need to
Roll with the
I need to
punches.
consult the stat block. One moment.
It's probably a grapple check.
God, gonna have to make me swim out further.
Well, here's the thing. Like, wouldn't a giant owl could technically be like proficient in those? Shouldn't it just be the? You know what? I'm gonna say it is. Yeah, just make a talents attack. Roll a d20, add 3.
Roll a d20 and add 3. 19.
Yeah. Gosh, yes. You like? Do you skim the water first and then grab him and go up?
No, I want to come over them,
And
drop
then-
down, and then yank him off the side and into the water.
Okay. Are you dropping him in the water? Or are you keeping a hold of
Yes.
him? Okay.
No, he's going in.
Okay. Let's see how well he fares against you. No. All of you watch as this large owl with these silver and black feathers swoops up a bit, and Pi, you're like, I just asked you a question. Where are you going? And Kelvin, you're like, stop. What is she doing? And you watch as she dives back down, snatches the poor little rudder guy like he's a mouse in a field, just whoop, drags him off 15, 20 feet and drops him into the river.
That's my turn.
Well, that worked.
Yep.
We'll say at this point,
I do not have any more movement, so I am roughly 5 feet above the water now. Just
Okay.
chilling.
I'm gonna make a couple of things happen here. That's good. That's not. That's not. Average. One more. Pretty good. All right. So the two individuals left on that boat that you grabbed, who was actually the captain of that boat because he was steering, is now flailing about in the water. Not flailing, but getting his bearings in the water like he just got snatched up like a field mouse in the middle of nowhere.
Because he did.
It's not wrong.
Like,
The
did she
other
bop
two,
him on the head?
yeah, the other two that were in there
Oh.
try to fire their short bows at you, miss wildly. About that time, there's this weird sound that is picked up on, and it's just you hear this as the back of the main ship, a good 5x5 panel has just been kicked out, fallen down, and slams against the back of it, and there is just this big fuck off ballista pointing out the back of it.
Yeah, there we go.
It took their whole last turn to get it ready, and this turn to fire. So, and it hits.
Oh,
Don't
God.
me.
Stop.
It hits the closest ship, just big as Kelvin. This bolt is.
Damn.
Hits, yeah. It's one. It could make sense later. Hits the ship and just obliterates it immediately. Just the two guys are they fall off into the river. They're splashing around trying to get their bearings. It's just this giant. It's almost cartoonish looking because it's against this poor little dinghy, and it's just been obliterated in two and is slowly sinking.
Swim to your friends and go away.
Glub, 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 glub.
The other individuals, what's your DC, Kelvin?
$16.
Well, no one beat it again, so.
Womp
I rolled a
womp.
10, a 10, a 2, and a 3.
Damn.
Bing bong.
So that ship is out of commission. These two guys are just under the whims of the current, and it is just carrying them forward wildly, but also closer and closer to the shore. As this ship begins to make its escape. Fire?
All right, so Pyre sees her attack, sees Snow, so like, okay, got my answer. Bad guys. If Snow attacks, they're bad guys. Okay, good to know. Seeing this huge thing, she also is like, I gotta get me one of those. And Pyre is gonna do something she really doesn't want to fucking do because she sees the other ship going that way and everything. She is going to dive in the water and try to swim to the other side.
The
She's-
entire river?
Oh, yes, she is mad.
I'm
Okay.
just curious here. Damn. Okay.
It's gonna take some time, but there's nothing else she can do.
You do not have a swim speed, so you'll be moving at half move.
All right. If I do just a
Which-
constitution check. No.
Nope.
Damn it. All right. Watch. Everybody will take it care of. Pyre will finally get over there and be like, fuck you guys.
Should you so choose, you can use your action to dash.
Yeah, because then I'll get my full speed. So
Yeah, grand total of full speed.
Grand total. Yes.
there we go. Fire's over there grumbling in water as she swims. Like, fucking water. I hate water. Why isn't there a bridge here?
All right. Elvin.
There's no ship. There's no bridge big enough for that ship.
Kelvin.
This is gonna get really weird. This is about to get really, really weird.
About to get weird. Oh no.
Yeah.
I thought we started that already.
Yeah.
My head's gonna get full of other people. I'm gonna twin spell message.
Oh my god.
It targets one person.
That you can see?
No, within 120 feet.
Oh no.
Yeah, because he was all like, do you have a pearl? Do you have a pearl?
Yeah. I don't have to see him.
That's right.
He's going to
So
point,
I'm
do you have a
going
pearl?
Direction are you pointing this?
I am pointing in the direction of the two crashing ships. And I am going to twin spell message and just point over it because they're both right there.
Yeah.
Be like, and I'm gonna target the what appears to be the captains, and just say, if you don't pick up your friends and leave, my friend is probably going to kill you all.
Roll intimidation.
It's less about intimidation. I'm not I'm just telling them how it is.
Yeah.
It is coming across to them.
Okay, that's
as
fine.
intimidating.
Okay. It's a 26.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I
Okay.
still got a very good charisma score.
Okay. Okay. We will see what the results that is had.
And with that, I will drop slow.
Okay.
They're no good if they're not good to run if they can't run
What are you
quickly.
talking about? We totally want to see him run in like slow motion, do the Baywatch as they leave.
And we're just going normal. They're like, ooh.
Yeah.
All right, Cathalia.
How tall are these little boat thingies? Like, how tall is the tallest part?
The small ones.
Mm-hmm.
The tallest part, probably be the little sail they could put up, and that would probably be about 8-10 feet.
I would like to fire a warning shot that goes over those two little boats.
Okay, easy to do. You just lightning arrow warning shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't even really mess with the other bow. I just haven't gotten rid of it yet.
Thought you would have just made it kindling at some point.
I mean, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm saving it for the next time I see Erin.
Snow.
Let me pull that arrow out of here. There we go.
Please don't hit me.
Well, you're still low.
Yeah.
Technically, you would be underneath the. Well, no.
Hard.
Did you drop him? Did you drop him from a height? Did you drop him?
No, he just went straight off the side of the boat and into the water.
She's like, I think she said 5 foot over the water.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, then you're underneath. You are technically underneath her warning shot. You hear it just.
Pyre, do you want to ride?
Drop me on the boat. Just drop me on the fucking boat. I want to kill some people. Yes. They
I
got
want
me in the
to-
water.
40 feet of movement to get over to Pyre. See if I can pick her up out of the water, which is going to be not the easiest feat. And then how far can I get?
Fuck, just toss me. I don't give a shit.
You have to toss me. What?
That would
Don't
be
tell me.
No, tell everyone because Pyre's about to come in pissed off and wet.
I can actually do this
There we go.
using my remaining 20 feet and an action dash. Giant Owl will deliver Pyre to the first of the wayward boats.
Yay!
Oh my goodness.
So right there.
Does that include the carry speed?
I'd say it's a large creature carrying a medium creature. I don't really. She was trying to hold 2 people of Pyre's density.
Yeah, she's
Put
only
them Pyre
holding.
together is a challenge. One
Listen,
of you I can do.
listen.
Yeah.
Okay, she's only carrying a loaf of sourdough, not a big thing of sourdough. So yeah.
So I'm just
Alright.
going to airmail Pyre over to this boat, and I will 60 feet. I'll have 20 feet, so I'll back off by about 10 feet.
Okay. So
Because
Pyres,
I
you're
wanna
there
make sure
swimming.
that
You
she
get
has
to see
room.
Snow come over. You're like, oh, please, thank you.
Water's just dripping. She's like, I'm gonna murder
I can see her
them.
like hanging
I'm
there,
going
like
to
dead,
kill ya.
just dead hanging in the claw with the greatsword in hands. I
Yeah.
can't wait to kill somebody.
Yes. Yes. Yep. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
I'm
Pyre,
sorry you are slightly dropped because I do have to
Nope.
stay above the boat, but
you get
That's
it's
dropped.
only 12
fine.
feet.
You get dropped.
That's
You
fine.
make a quick athletics check.
Come on, girl. Kick some butt.
What is it?
What'd you roll?
Tell them what it is.
A nat 20 for 27.
I love it.
You know what? Humor
What?
me. Humor me. Roll
Okay.
intimidation.
Okay. An advantage? No, because technically there's a bunch of other intimidating things happening. And Pyre's wet as fuck. We gotta do it. Because I can do straight.
Just give me a check.
Alright.
Come on, give us another one.
Oh no. No.
Oh.
I can add a help die to it, but still.
You land, and it's hearty, not the dumb 3-point landing, not the bow on the knees. You just land, just goof.
Oh god.
And you look around, and they just don't even notice you. They're already like
Good.
scared,
Good.
scrambling. You see they're beginning to shout orders to each other. Get to the shore.
Good.
There's one yelling about voices in his head. They need to get the fuck out of here.
Good. They don't notice me whenever I hit them. It's
So
like you
at the
can't run now.
top of
Wait, is that a sneak
initiative,
attack?
You're not a rogue.
Alright, Pyre's gonna take levels in Rogue real quick. Nope.
Fry class.
That ship
Doable.
begins to make its exit. These guys are just done.
I was like, don't let Pyre fall off.
Boop. Perfect. The gents are still good. Technically, they're out swimming about. Actually, are they good? Let's see. It's not a friendly
That was
river.
a direct hit.
He's not good. The one guy you took off had the natural 20, so he's swimming fine. But these two gents are too hurt to survive. They do begin to sink. This side, everyone's coming with us. Not you, Snow. Move that way for 1 second. I'll put you back in 1 second.
No, you're good.
They begin
Pyre
to
caught a
beach.
bride.
They don't even care. They're running up on the rocks. Probably didn't even pay for these boats anyways. So he's gonna get out and just start bolting.
I was about to say, does that one ship at least see Pyre?
They start seeing you and they're like, ah, ah. I mean, if you want to swing at them, they're just running from you.
No. Pyre's gonna grab the closest one to her by the back of the the back of the head.
Okay,
And
make a athletics check, and we'll see if he's sly enough to dodge you. Don't worry.
Never mind.
I rolled
okay.
a natural 1.
All right, there we
There's
go.
one
Yay!
guy, the one you're on runs aboard, like runs ashore heavily on the rocks, and you hold yourself up. You dig your greatsword in the wooden floor around you to hold yourself steady. One guy like bumps into you, sees you, and he tries to run. You're like, and you just do like the reverse chest grab, and you just grab like the thick belt that holds his cutlass on, and you just snatch him.
I pull him back. And I look at him. Think about your life choices as I push him off. Because she's all wet and mad and just frustrated.
Push him. And the rest of these guys are running, yelling about voices in their heads, the crazy lady with fire hair, and this was a bad job. They didn't get paid enough. They're just running for their lives.
The crazy lady with fire. It's getting on to him about their life choices.
Okay, Mom.
But unless anyone wishes to pursue, that will kind of wrap up this intense situation.
No, Pyre takes.
I'm good.
Okay.
Pyre's just like, all right, I gotta get back over there. Like starts trying to figure out the boat to get her. It's like we got a boat, guys.
Personal ferry, you know.
I will actually just the Snow. Can you drop the other one off near his friends?
The captain.
I will just kind of tilt its head.
Please.
You can't swim. I had to for a little bit.
I don't know. Can I grab him out of the water and drop him off on the shore?
Roll a d20 plus 3. Make a talent attack, essentially.
6.
You go in for him, it's like, not again, and he just dives.
Yeah, no.
You hear him go,
yeah, fuck PTSD.
He goes under.
He hears a owl at night, and he's like, oh god, she found me!
Then if I can't get him,
nightmares for days.
I will ferry Pyre back to our side.
Easy enough to do. He's actually just going to be gone from sight. The rest of these individuals, they just take off. Push them off the map. ever so slightly. They can line up right over there, nice and neat. They're gone. They're gone. Don't worry about them. They're gone. We'll just move the map a little bit that way. There we go. Well, Pyre, you get ferried back over. You're an owl for an hour.
Yep.
And the other ship is making its way on down the river.
Pyre's gonna yell, "You're welcome!" Even though they probably can't hear her. She's just like, I got fucking water. Yelled at a dude. They didn't even say thank you. I'm not even getting paid for this. This is bullshit. Snow's an owl. What the fuck?
Pyre, big question.
What?
I think about it for a second, and I'm like, prestidigitation. All right, now that you're not wet, do you remember how the other ship looked? The one that you didn't stab?
Yeah.
Could it sail?
I believe so. I was going to sail one of them over here, but the Owl Express picked me up. So
Owl Express in question does a little dance in front of Cathalion.
Header.
do we need it?
Did these ships look like they were traveling faster than what our cart could?
Make an intelligence check.
Yay!
What direction is the water going? That's what I want to
If
know.
we're going against the river, then
Yeah.
it's gonna be slow as shit.
Great intelligence check. All right, let's go. That's a 12. That's not bad at all.
No,
For
it's
you,
not.
that's not bad.
Or a -1? No, that's great. If I rolled that, I would be happy.
What you can gather, Kelvin, is that while, yes, the method of transportation on the ship would be quicker if you were going south, the river runs from north to south.
Never mind. Let's load back up on the cart. Plus, I don't think those boats are big enough for the horses and another cart and all of us.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Only we could drag it and then sell it someplace. As Pyre gets right beside the cart.
I'll hop in and wait for everybody to get there. and-
Oh no!
Come on, Kelvin.
Nah, I think it's too big. I don't think I can cast a spell big enough for that. I'll jump in the cart.
You didn't pack enlarge reduce?
No,
Never know. Never know.
I was gonna say how many casts of shape water in a row can I do and float the boat on land?
Oh my god, no.
I could change the direction of the water.
No.
This water?
Yeah,
He can. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
I can.
Not for very long, but it'll
Mhm.
work.
Will work. It will
It's just
work.
a lot of casting.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Is Pyre walking again?
Yeah.
Back to our
Giant owl
story
No.
squat
screen.
down in front of her.
Aww.
I guess I'll wait for Kelvin to get on the cart. Unless
I
he's
got
gonna
on the
walk
cart.
too. Okay.
Pyre will pull out some of her, like, probably the bread she has and curl up and, like, give it to Snow. It's like, thanks.
Owl flaps the wings, stays squatted in front of you.
What do you need? I'm not riding your back.
Owl gets up and just takes off.
Good.
I'll keep an eye on them from above.
Okay.
Can we make a saddle to ride on Owl Tasha? Or Owl
would-
Snow?
You would probably be taking about a minute every time I do polymorph to get it on and off. Just
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Noel.
Because polymorph doesn't last forever.
No, it doesn't. So
You
whenever it would
certainly
drop, would
could.
it be Snow with this big ass saddle on her?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So essentially, Pyre
Exactly.
has to walk underneath this big owl, just going like this to catch her if whenever she falls.
All right. While you're up there, how high do you want to go? And go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, I get a better perception than the owl does. That's actually kind of funny. That's a +5. So, give me just a second. That's a 9.
9.
But
Nice terrain. Seeing it from here, it's different. But as you
find
look,
all the field mice.
I don't like that owl looking at
Pop 'em on the head.
Mr. Whiskers.
You see what he did to a man. Look what he would do to Mr. Whiskers.
and how high do you want to get?
I'd probably be 30, 40 feet above them.
Okay. You soar up and look around. And it's nice to see things from this point of view. You recognize every move and shape of the Zealous River. You're rather familiar with it, especially this far north, and where your tribe usually does cross.
Yep.
Aside from that, you don't see much else besides the beautiful landscape around you that is to your left, and then, of course, to your right into the Badlands. Your hour comes to a close, and you begin to feel that arcane influence fading. You're like, oh, well, better get down. And you just swoop on down, and just before you touch the ground, you transform back and just start walking.
Yep. Enough.
Or if you want to go to the cart, it's up to you.
I'll just walk.
Okay.
At least for a little while.
The rest of your day's travel is uneventful. The weather stays mostly consistent, clear. Before we get to the next contact you have with sentient forces, is there anything the party wishes to have?
No?
Okay.
Not that I can think of.
Get my day
I've had my
tracker
fun.
here. I have it as you being 3 days in.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me position myself back over to the main map along with all of you. Rollback is there, right on that work.
Mm-hmm.
I would say with the pace at about the end of your first 10 days, when you come across near the eve before camp, probably early evening, snow, you would see it first, Cathalia second down, and then Pyre and Kelvin kind of together. Once things got pointed out, you would see off in the distance as you kind of crest up over some of the rolling hills before it flattens back down into the central northern section of the Kingdom of Thavia. You can see what looks to be close to the river, probably about 3/4 to a mile up, a encampment of sorts, a tent city. Familiar banners of the King's Blade staked around the encampment. I would say with the high passive perception we have from the party, you can definitely do see a couple of scouting groups kind of further out in the perimeter. But it's, for each of you, kind of oh, it's real. Kind of that moment. What would you like to do?
I think if
said they're-
we go talk to them, they might tell us we have to stay.
You said they're about a mile off in front of us?
About
roughly?
3/4 to a mile.
Okay.
And it's almost sundown.
Yep, you probably have about good hour, 2 hours for proper sundown.
I'll leave it up to y'all. What do you feel like doing? I don't think they can make us stay because we are civilians, technically, still, but they might have information. Or we can see if we can head directly towards Mornshire. What do you think?
I agree with the information. Might know some people down there. I think we should, though I can understand if everybody doesn't want to go.
I mean, we have to camp anyways. We don't
Em-
have to keep watch here.
They might need help.
Elvin,
I think if they need help, we're all screwed.
Very fair point.
you're not.
I mean, that's how I live most of my life.
In need of help?
No, just screwed.
Oh,
Do we have the letter of release that we got from Brightblade, or was that with Tamriel?
Are you talking about the letter that the clerk told us and then it disappeared and we had to write it out?
Yeah, that one. Do we have that on us, or was that with Tam?
That was with Tam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he wrote it down real quick since the words disappeared and it was just a letter from Tame.
Yeah.
And what we got from Brightblade, basically the order of us having to come up here, we basically wrote fuck you and sent it back.
Did we?
Yeah, because we gave it to a messenger boy.
Because technically, the conditions of that agreement was he was to pardon or release Tam and Pyre.
Mm-hmm.
And
But Tam did it first.
Yep.
yes. So technically,
So
we were not
Kelvin
bound
wrote
by
on
that
it.
promise.
Yeah. Kelvin wrote on it and we sent it with a messenger boy as we left town. I remember this.
That's right.
Trust me,
Yeah.
I remember what freedom smells like after I'm out of jail.
I
All the
trust.
little moments.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because Brightblade's gone.
No, but his name will carry some weight still.
hopefully.
Especially
Maybe.
Maybe we can find the others that made it.
Your name carries until you're not here anymore and somebody bigger and stronger is taking your place. It's the same with in the Coliseum. You're
Well,
top dog until you're until you're not.
one way to find out, I presume. At the very least, we won't be fending for ourselves entirely.
The only worry? He didn't not do what he said he was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
He did give them a release letter.
Yep.
And while I think he might have been understanding, I don't know if others would be as understanding of the circumstances.
Well, there's only one way to find out. If they seem hostile, you guys run. I'll find my way out. I can take the most damage out of you guys.
No, you're running too.
No, I am, but I'll go in first. Since technically I'm the reason it was me in jail.
I'll have to go with you anyway, but the two of us can go, and Athalia, Kelvin, stay with the cart. If anything goes wrong, we'll get ourselves out.
Yeah, you know I'm a smooth talker, as Pyre winks and starts walking.
Snow just smiles, and the two of us will walk towards one of the scouts.
Okay.
Like,
There's-
not like visibly trying to make sure that they know we're approaching them. Not trying to
Yeah.
be sneaky or
Okay.
hide.
As soon as they turn around, I looked to my sister. We're not letting him go alone, are we?
No.
All right, we follow.
We'll stay a little bit back though.
All right then.
They're
Yeah, we're gonna
they're like the kids that are trying to sneak, but we can hear them giggling the entire time and everything. And then the cart hits rocks, boom, boom, like that, and everything. They're like,
Yep.
We're gonna stealth and try to hide from our party members.
We? You maybe.
What we?
Yeah.
I'm driving
Be
the
quiet.
cart.
Just
be
leave it.
quiet.
Quiet. Park the cart.
Are you leaving
As
the
I-
cart?
As I'm
Well-
grumbling and draconic.
We'll put one of those cart clubs on it.
Oh my god.
I hate you so much.
Oh my god.
Cart club. I just imagine just like this giant horse size like lock a steering wheel thing.
Yeah, around the yoke. Just
Oh
boom.
my gosh. Do you park the cart?
Are there any trees around here?
No.
It's a giant campground. It's pretty open.
They probably took all the trees.
It spikes out of them.
Spikes and hitching posts. You know, the
Mhm.
actual thing you put horses onto.
Yeah. So much
I
sass.
I don't think there's a hitching post in the middle of nowhere. So a tree.
How far away are they from us at this point?
How far do you let them get? The biggest factor here is going to be, are you leaving the horses? How are you leaving them?
Swear to God,
And then we'll
me and
figure out how long
Snow
that takes.
spent money for that card.
Yeah, I'm not leaving them. So I'll let them get like 50 to 75 feet away,
Okay.
and I'll fairly keep pace with
Alright.
that distance. That way they're not too far ahead.
You get about
And then Kelvin's doing the Kronk sneaking.
With the hum included.
yeah.
Yep.
You get about 700 feet away from the camp, from the long distance you were, before a pair of scouts rides up to the two of you. Both male, human, lightly armored, definitely for purpose of scouting and quick movement. You see just a short sword with your passive perceptions. It is a short sword, a shield, and a short bow that is quickly accessible at their sides. And then, of course, the usual over the saddle quiver on the other side. They ride up the two of you. One kind of stays back a bit and pulls the short bow, throws an arrow over, doesn't pull it back or even doesn't really knock it, just kind of throws it over. And he stays back about 30 feet, 40 feet. Actually, no, he'd be 50 feet back. As the other one gets up closer to about a good 30, 25 foot distance. Good evening.
Good evening.
Can
Sup?
I help you two?
We were hoping to get some assistance with some shelter for the night. We're traveling from the south. We've just been following the river, but the dark is coming and it is not safe to travel in the dark.
Pyre, make a perception.
Yuki dookie.
How well do we spot
Oh
Kelvin leaping through the
my.
farms?
Come on. 11.
11,
Hold on, I'm gonna throw a d4. There you go.
Ooh, 15.
15. There we go.
You weren't sure at first, but once you heard the voice, you look to the individual talking to you. They look super familiar.
Do I know you? As
You-
Pyre like point like
and you see him kind of, he gets off the horse and like aggressively approaches you.
this could be good. This
And
could be
his
bad.
hands go on your shoulders and he shakes you. And he's like, "Oh my gosh, how have you been, Pyre?" You know this to be Justin, one of the fellow combatants of the Coliseum.
Justin! Oh my god! How long has it been?
4 months. As soon as things kicked off up here, I took good money up here. Do you need a job?
No. I'm here on my own free will, but Jesus Christ, you look so much different.
Well, yeah, I mean, actually, it's weird. If you're on contract long enough, they actually draft you to the army.
Really?
Yeah, I got rank and everything.
You.
Yeah, shush.
You got
shush,
rank?
Shush.
You got rank. Have they seen you drink before? Have they seen you drink?
They don't have to worry. I'm good with a bow.
Yeah, you're definitely not good with anything else. And she like slaps him on the back laughing.
Oh gosh, you're still tough. Oof. Oh.
Yeah, that hasn't changed. Sorry.
No, apologies. And he turns to the one. And he's like, I know her from when I was at the Coliseum in Raitul. Before I did this, the other one kind of nods, and the thing kind of lax up a little bit. They put the arrow back.
Yeah,
Well, he looks to all of you. You seem familiar too. Like, are you? I'm gonna ask a weird question. I hope you don't hit me. Do you have friends that came through like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
It's been that long, huh? Do you happen to know where they went?
North. They said they're gonna cross soon.
It's been weeks already, so they're probably across by now. Yeah, that's my tribe.
Oh.
Trying to see if we can catch up with them.
Yeah,
but
that's why one of the reasons why we're out here.
Oh, they got a lead on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to beat.
And you see like the lean to look past the two of you. Are they?
Snow just sighs.
They're with us. Aspire doesn't even look back. She just like pretty much already knows. Yes, I know he's an orc.
Okay. He's one of. He is a servant
And
of
listen,
Taylor. He will not hurt you.
And listen,
Really?
he's gonna tell you about his sister. Don't say a word. Okay.
Okay. I don't see another orc though.
She's not an orc.
That family.
Yeah.
That family.
I mean, usually you see a half orc and a half elf, but I guess if everything goes to one orc, everything goes to the elf. Oh, whatever. Anyways, we want to judge.
We're just looking for some shelter for tonight. If you need help with watches or scouting, we can certainly assist.
I mean, if you're not looking to help out with the war effort, I can't really let you into the camp, but we can let you stay like nearby.
Close?
Yeah. We can put you
out?
within. Yeah, I'll put you within the watch circle. Don't worry.
Yeah, Justin doesn't want me in there to talk about all the times I drank him underneath the table and won all that money against him in the Coliseum. As my just like whispering this out loud to Snow.
It's not that easy anymore. Things have changed, especially with Brightblade.
Yeah, I understand. I hate to.
Do you have any information about how that went down?
And he kind of
Because I'm
looks to
stubborn.
the other guy.
Because I'm stubborn, when I see them just kind of chit-chatting, I'm gonna get closer.
All right. I need the two of you to make a persuasion.
Oh, yay. Persuasion. Oh, shit.
Oh, damn. 19.
Yeah,
I was
bro.
not expecting that good.
God bless. And our other roll?
Natural 20.
Nice. He looks the other person. Hey, take a round. I'll be a minute.
See, I told you I was a smooth talker.
Let tell Mornhell I'll be there in a minute. And the other person kind of nods, and you see them begin to make their way straight back to the camp. Not a circle around nothing, they go straight back in. And at this point, you can see now this encampment is probably anywhere from 150 to 200 soldiers strong.
We can take it.
Right. Okay. So they're gone. I know when I left the Coliseum, things were already not that great up here, but they just hired me on for a scouting mission. I've always been good with a bow, made some good money there, but I think we don't really know, but there's something bad at the fork. And as he talks about that, that's where the major fork of the Zealous River hits, just north of here. Yes. Something bad happened at the fork. They were just scout reports came back. It was clear there was going to be no attacks recently. So he pushed up there with pretty sizable force, probably about 20, 30 strong, to try and just go into Dreadshire, see if they can make some kind of negotiations or begin an armistice to happen between the two nations. They got caught off guard. Both sides attacked. Well, excuse me. Both sides were planned to attack, and they just got caught in the crossblades. Don't know if it was purposeful false information or just they hid that well. Trying to figure that out still. But most of their remains have been sent back to the capital now.
Yeah, I seen some carts passing by not too long ago full of injured soldiers.
He might have been in there. Was it
Brightblade was in there.
mostly unmarked?
From what I seen, it was nighttime. They were pushing through.
Yeah,
Not a whole lot of chit chat.
They wouldn't have wanted to stop. Yeah, he was. He was there.
Do we know if there is anyone who has been put in charge in his place?
Yeah.
We don't mean to pry. We just
Word back in the capital, I couldn't tell you. Out here, he wasn't really to assume command of anything. He was to be a hopeful neutral force to get into Dreadshire and try to persuade both sides to at least have an armistice so this river could be not under control. But as it stands, river's control changes weekly, it seems. Currently, the Zotaris kingdom has held strong to their homeland, so it is under their rule right now. Again, they're not choking the hold, thankfully. They have increased their costs to fuel their war effort.
Top dog until you're not top dog. Were the scouts that gave the information to Brightblade, were they questioned, talked to? Anybody all of a sudden disappear, left?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know some of them were removed. Some you can see in their eyes.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
It's a bad situation up here. I don't know. Still trying to figure out what the true motive of all this is. Most reports are just the usual that goes out to the public. Bragos stole something, or something was found in Bragos that belonged to the royal family within Zotarlis. Must be pretty important. If it's that important, garners the attention of the neighboring kingdoms. What if it's a weapon? What if it's a good thing, bad thing? No one knows.
Better be, considering the nobles are squabbling while everybody else is dying for them.
Yeah, about that. This ain't a squabble.
I
The
know.
reports coming back aren't right.
Mm-hmm.
There are full fighting forces out there. I mean, we're getting strange reports left and right about the armies of Zotaris fly.
Magical means?
Don't know.
I mean, if you got money, you
Not
could
all of
pay
them,
for.
but it seems some of their fighting forces had the ability to fly. And the marks left behind by the weapons are like no one ever seen before. It's like you took a hot blade and stabbed somebody and then immediately threw on the coldest Bragos storm on top of it.
I have a question. All right. Armor's still being sent to help Queen Shield and Raitul, right?
The armor's made in Raitul. I don't know who would be sending it to them.
We came upon a couple of wagons that were on their way to Raitul. Nasty folk. Me and a friend were able to stop them. Sadly, I blew up one of the carts, which blew up another one of the carts, but we got Empire's gonna like pull out like a little bit of like the armor. We got this, and it was coming from, I kind of like lightly explained like where it was coming from and kind of what I know about it and everything. You're talking about strange reports and everything, but why would they be sending armor? And it doesn't seem to be any different than any other armor. I hit it. You know how I hit. Didn't do any kind of reaction, anything like that. Just seemed like basic armor.
I don't know. No one should be sending armor to Raitul. It's made in the capital.
Yeah.
Unless an alliance was formed that we don't know about. This is strange.
I mean,
You should tell this to the lieutenant in charge here.
Can we speak with him?
Absolutely.
If not tonight, then tomorrow.
what's
Doesn't
his
have to
name?
be-
It would be. That would be Lieutenant Mornhell.
Or no. Okay.
Have
Yeah.
we arrived yet?
Oh yeah, probably.
Oh yeah.
They saw you already.
Yeah, they saw you.
Yeah.
They could have seen us, but we not get there yet.
You were sneaking.
Snick at
I
a
was
snake.
trying.
No, I don't think this should wait. This is
No. Yeah.
very
I don't think
confusing.
so
Like I
either.
said, everything's made in the capital, unless we garnered a deal with Zyvan or something.
I don't know.
Well, if we can't be in the camp, we'll set up outside, and if you could have your lieutenant commander come meet us, we can talk some more. You're welcome
That's-
too if he'll let you stay.
That, or you feel it might be a trap, we can leave our weapons and I can go in and talk to him with maybe the green one over there, as Pyre kind of like tilts her head back because she knows Kelvin's better at talking.
Hey, yeah, that's me.
No, I'll bring him out here. Maybe this is best discussed not inside camp.
Yeah.
We'll
Set up. Set up. I'll be back in a bit. Give me an hour or two.
Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Of
I'd
course.
like to face you again in the Coliseum.
No. Never. I'd rather
I know.
keep you to where you can't reach me, then I can actually maybe stop you. He gets
I
on
don't
his
know.
horse, and you notice now as he turns his back around, you notice there's actually
Mm.
2 quivers on his back. There's one for the top reach, top right, and one for a bottom left.
Probably it kind of does that meme where it's like the guy and the girl walking.
Yeah.
G just kind of stares as he goes.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that quiver. Those quivers.
Just kind of nods and takes off towards the camp.
It's good to see Justin again. God.
Should we
Velvet.
bring up these scrolls that we have also?
No.
Do
I mean, I didn't read them and stuff like that. You told me about them, so I figured I would just give the basic information, and then if we could talk to somebody else,
Well, I know that's what I
those
mean.
scrolls. Yeah.
Because
Let's
one's
get-
still sealed with magic.
yeah, I can work on that. Maybe. Let's get set up. We'll find.
Would you have worked on that nightly?
Yeah, because I
Maybe not
thought you
every
were.
night, but when it's in my head, we're not doing other things.
All right, give me like 3 wisdom checks.
Because the other one, we disenchanted it so it has the actual words on it, or is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You said 3 wisdom checks?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Straight checks. Come on, where are my dice gods?
You used them in
exhausted
Baalbek.
themselves.
You used it in Baalbek.
I know. Was worth it in
Mains.
Bullback.
Sealed. So you take your time to set up your camp, get the horses unleashed, let them graze freely in a little area.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna back away from the main encampment so that we're
Mhm.
giving them that space that
Okay.
we're not
Yeah.
a threat to them.
After about 2.5 hours, just on the edge of your dark vision, you can hear also a pair of horses coming up. And then into the range of your dark vision, you see 2 horses enter. One familiar, one unfamiliar. The unfamiliar figure is this probably middle-aged male, kind of a well-maintained beard. He's got kind of dirty blondish hair. I probably imagine you probably actually have a campfire going.
Yeah.
So he rides up. They both dismount. You can see Justin is still having small conversation with him before he comes up to the party. Everyone, this is Lieutenant Mornhell. He oversees our encampment here, and he's been taking care of everything. It's very odd. He says he knows who you are.
Does he?
And you see as Mornhell kind of nods his head. Yes, apparently we're all rather familiar around here, so we can drop formalities for a minute. My name is Tover. Not too long ago, a ally of yours rode through. Rather coarse elven male.
Tamriel? Pyre says, like, she perks up.
Yeah, he came through.
You saw Tamriel. How's he doing?
Seems all right. Seems to be well versed in his way of creature hunting. We had a short conversation about dangers that could be in these areas, especially with blood on the grass and war. Told him we were fine here, and he said that's all right. He's going to move on to Mornshire. I told him that was the next best guess before you head too far north. So, if you're on his trail, that's where you need to go next. Aside from that, we talked about, I did bring these, and he passes each of you a rolled piece of parchment.
Crack it open.
Fire opens hers.
Same.
It's very, looks like it's like mass printed almost.
Mm-hmm.
then there's just 2 spots for ink. There's one blank space in the top, and then a signed signature below. And it says, hereby do and state by the powers vested in me, the King of the Emerald Castle, free passage amongst the ranks to the individual holding this by the name of blank. More fancy wording than his signature. That'll let you kind of get through these more locked down areas as we unfortunately begin to engage in a three-way war.
Yeah.
That will get you through our lands. Especially, and also favorable contract should you decide to peddle your services. You can see most of you are rather experienced.
Yeah.
But this
Good.
armor tale is intriguing. Really brought me out.
Yeah. Pyre's going to slide over some of the like the whole piece of armor that she has. Yeah. I don't know if Justin told you everything, but I
19 on the dice for my end.
Mhm.
Hey, what do you hand him?
Probably just the littlest piece I could find of armor, probably like a glove or something,
Okay.
you know.
He
Just,
grabs it's a bracer probably.
yeah.
Looks it over, like probably from a full plate.
Mm-hmm.
Looks it over. Well, I mean, it's looks like something that will come out of the capital, but something seems off about this design.
That's what
Yeah.
we thought.
Yeah. Especially off whenever about 6 fiends are traveling with it to the capital.
To the capital?
To the capital. Not anymore.
Where were they
I
coming
took
from? Did you tell?
No, I was heading we were heading to Bolbec. I was going first and
Nobody else said they came from.
I don't know if they came through Bolbec or someplace close. All I know is that I was going this way, they were going the other way. And I could tell fiends were there, and I knew they were heading to Raitul, and Raitul is a bit of a home to me, and I couldn't let that happen.
May I hang on to
Yeah,
this piece?
yeah, I think we have a couple other pieces.
Good.
And Fire's
Beans.
gonna look at like Cathalia if she wants to talk about the scrolls.
I'll pull the unenchanted one out and hold it out to him.
He'll take it,
This was
read over it.
on one of the fiends.
It had magic on it, right, Cathalia?
No, that one doesn't have magic on it. This one does. And I'll pull the
Remind
other
me
one out.
again what was on this one.
I honestly don't remember. It might be in my
Thought it
notes.
was in the magic where it was like a letter to a grandson or something like that.
Yeah, the
And
magic
I wrote it
made it look
down
innocent.
Mhm,
I actually wrote it down because of what it was
mhm,
and because it pertains to Zotaris. So the layer of magic that was on it was just a regular letter that we had passed
mhm.
off. When we decrypted it, it was the scroll from Morndelver
Yep, that's right.
delivering armor in exchange for retrieval of artifacts,
Yes, that is right.
in which once the artifacts were delivered,
Mhm,
the Thavian that delivered them would receive rank and lands for Zotaris.
mhm. Yep.
Did it name that individual?
Nope.
Okay. Well then, that's extremely disconcerting.
It
Who
didn't
would
name
they
the
be flying?
Thavian.
What?
And I don't know what's on this one, but it still has magic on it. and it's still sealed.
What was that
I was
smell?
gonna say it didn't name the Thavian, but
Yeah.
there is a signature of Salvador House Morndelver.
Yeah, that is a very, very powerful house. Yeah.
It would appear that this wasn't going to anyone who already has the ability to walk around and find things while in armor in the capital, but to people who might need to appear like they have such authority.
Kind of like the theft that happened at the Colosseum. Justin was there, right?
He was.
They dressed up in armor. That's what I was told, at least.
It's probably a lot easier to get away with something if a guard is not killed while doing it.
Yeah.
And there just happens to be not as much checking going on because there are more guards anyways. Not everyone might know everybody else, but they would definitely know to look if somebody was reported dead.
Plus, think about it. This is a time of war. Almost anybody and everybody is joining up, starting new jobs. It's easy for guards now to probably be like, don't remember their face.
Question is, what were they planning on pulling off in the capital?
I don't know. It has to do with these artifacts, but what are these artifacts?
And why are they in Thavia?
Apparently they think there's some in Raitul as well.
Mhm.
Mind if I this as well?
Have at it.
Thank you. We don't have the capabilities to dispel magic of grand scale. Our casters are for an offensive force. But if that will use a scroll to point to the other scroll, that yields anything of value. Don't keep it to yourself.
We were going to tell Brightblade.
My he was a good
He was pretty good for goody two shoe. Pyre says, like, not genuinely, not like smartass, but genuinely.
well, gates of Palor's kingdom will be a little better guarded.
They will.
Indeed.
If he was here as a diplomatic envoy, do you think he was set up? Do you think he could have been sent somewhere and ambushed?
Justin tells me that he
In
sent
the realm of possibility.
20 strong and probably his best men. You don't catch those people off guard.
No.
Trust me, I've tried to catch Brightblade off guard many times in Raitul.
Depends on the size and the ability of the other forces.
Yeah.
It depends on if the 20 strong were loyal and loyal to who.
And on top of that, seems an awfully lucky coincidence both sides were there.
Yeah. Still ponder on that one as well. This is a lot. Thank you. much to dig.
Yeah, sadly, I think there will be more added, more questions before we get any answers.
That's kind of how it is sometimes, I guess. Get it,
Yep.
questions. Once you get one super answer, a lot of questions go.
Yeah.
Well, much as I would like to invite you in,
It's understandable. No need to. As long we'll keep an eye over here. You
there's
guys
no
do what
need.
you
You're
do.
here with the perimeter of our watch. Rest well tonight. Aside from that, Justin told me he caught you up on most things happening with the war here.
Yeah.
All I can say is if you go to Dreadshire, you don't belong without travel.
Agreed.
That's all we've been.
Reports are that there are still tents up there, still very Zotarian heavy. Not a lot of Bragos forces challenge it. Takes a bit to take that whole side of the river. But see how things change now that our king has placed his eye on the fork. That's where most of this will be done.
How far away from the fork are we?
Head straight there. 2 day. Half. Weather depending. It's real shite weather. 3.
For now, I think we'll make for Mornshire to catch up with Tamriel. After that,
He said
we'll
he would
see.
head there. I'm sure there's plenty enough going on there to keep busy for a good bit. Shire may be not near the fork, but they'll still see their share of Bragos merchants. Thankfully, it's on this side of the fork, so most of the merchants are from here or Bragos. That are just a lot of miners pulling their ways through the river. Thank you again for the information you brought. I wish I could give you more. But
There's plenty.
Hopefully, we've given you something. Maybe
Gave me a lot
sooner
of
or
things
later
to-
on makes sense.
a lot to consider, especially where was the armor going, who was it intended for, and to what end. Is it supposed to find its way up here? Supposed to be used in the capital? Supposed to be used elsewhere? So there'll be a lot to
Find out
come
more.
over.
We'll keep you in the loop.
Thank you. Guess I'll be writing up a report for Captain Cromwell. Well, all of you have a good night.
You as well?
Cathalia and Pyre, give me history checks. Pyre, due to your relationship to this person, give me yours with advantage.
We're gonna do shitty.
I'm not even gonna try.
Oh my god!
What is
I'm
it?
not even
What are they?
at a 3.
And
19. Oh my god.
Natural 20 for a
Okay.
19.
Yes.
Does
As
that still
soon
count
as-
if it's a -1?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's still
That's
a
what I
nat
was
20.
Jesus
You hear that word, Cromwell, and immediately this pit sinks in your stomach. You know that name.
Mhm.
Don't know it as Cromwell. You know it as the Ashblade. You know it as the individual who's taking Brightblade's position in the capital. You've known them to be rather unsafe, but still within the rules of the system he manipulates.
What did you say?
The new captain of the guard, Thomas Cromwell.
Thomas. Ashblade.
Yeah, the Ashblade.
I would keep an eye on him if I were you. I mean, don't get me wrong. We all make our mistakes, but if he wasn't part of the system, trust me, he'd probably be pulling jobs with me and in jail all the time, right alongside me. He's not a skirts the law. Uses it to his advantage. I
Kind of looks you over for a minute. I'll keep that in mind. And he hops on his horse, and two of them head away. Justin gives a little wave.
fire ways back.
As they head off, and you make your long rest. Let's we'll take a break. I know it's a little later than I wanted to, but I want to get through that too. So we'll take a quick one, unless anybody needs longer. 10 minutes good?
Yeah, it should be fine.
No, that sounds good.
All right, we'll take a 10-minute break. We'll see y'all when we get back. Thank you for hanging out.
Alright.
And welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out during our break. Went and let my players get some food, some water, all that stuff. Stretch, relax, be ready for the second half of this. Excuse me. There is some of those snacks and waters right there. My apologies.
He got snack and water. No.
So, as we move into the second part of our episode, and if you enjoy your long rest, is there anything you want to accomplish, conversations amongst yourselves where it's just the party now with everything that transpired?
I was gonna ask my friends what their thoughts were for what we do next. Do we go to Mornshire? Do we go somewhere else? What do you all want to do?
I think Mornshire's our best
Yeah.
bet.
There's no
Not
way we're
all.
catching the tribe if they've got a 3-week head start on us, so I'm not really concerned about that.
At least we kind of know where they're going.
Yeah. Home.
Yeah.
Well, we either go to Mornshire and hopefully meet up with Tam. We try to anticipate where he's going to go after that, which is the fork. He'll go to the fork.
Yeah. Makes most sense.
Or we head back to Rytool and figure out what's going on with this armor. But either way, we're involved in this now.
Would you feel comfortable if we throw in our lot with the King's Blades?
I mean, the truth is, I think we've been in this for a while now. We're just now willing.
I would feel more comfortable if we let them know what we find, but are able to operate independently.
Yeah.
It's worked
Mm.
so far.
And that's the thing, too. If we go to Rytul, Crumbshire,
I would rather,
he'd be the one that we need to talk to, and trust me, that man is not a good man.
Is
if I'm right,
he?
and
Go ahead, Kevin.
if I'm right, and there are people who are supplying whoever our enemies are information, I would rather them not know what we're up to. The less people that know, the better for us.
I agree with that. Kazalia?
I feel
Notebook
like
is coming
outside
out.
of it is. I feel like outside of this party, I trust anybody else as far as I can throw them.
It's not very far.
I can
No,
throw
it's
people
not.
pretty far, and
I
I
mean,
still
I can.
don't trust them.
I mean, I can throw a javelin pretty good, but that's not the point. Oh, where is it? It's way back here.
Scouring her notes.
That I have been slacking horribly on. No, it was before this. Where is it?
As she digs
Nope,
through
it's
her
after this.
notes.
Okay, hang on. So I'm digging and I'm gonna try and talk at the same time. Something Kelvin said kind of got me thinking.
And don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You had suggested the possibility of it being a setup.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, considering
Cromwell is not a good person.
no, he's a legal criminal, essentially.
Correct me if I'm wrong, which I might be, because it's not in my notes. Two of the people that were hung the same day that Tane, Alyssa, and Elvina were, they
Hmm.
were Cromwell brothers, weren't they? Are they of the same family? Or possibly one of them be him?
Everyone that was present at that announcement or drop from the platform, feel free to make a history check.
Do I get
Please-
advantage on this one?
No.
Please don't let me
No.
down. Please don't let me down.
And this is where I fuck it up. Yeah, I fucked it up. A 0!
Hey, 20!
Yeah! I'm back to normal! Yay!
Oh my god!
Pyre, you
Back
are
to normal.
so tunnel vision focused on how much you hate that. You cannot think of anything else aside from putting his head on a stake.
Paylor, be with me.
I hate you so much.
I will use a sorcery point.
Of course you will.
Because I literally don't
Let me
have...
I'm Paylor.
Because all that's actually in my notes is Tane, Alyssa, Olvina, and brothers.
Oh my god! How are you
For the
more able to
record.
say
Okay,
thing twice?
okay. So
For the record, Paylor was not with him.
It was in that
You
moment.
displeased.
Kelvin.
my first roll was a 6 +2. So then I used my ability to re-roll with my sorceress abilities.
And how did that go, Kelvin?
And I prayed to Paylor again. And I rolled a 6 and a 2 again.
And Paylor said,
Do you have any more
"Did I
tricks in that
stutter?
sorcerer blood of
Did
yours?
I stutter?"
Any more sorcerer tricks there, bud?
Got hit by the big dick of Paylor.
Yes, but I'm not going to use them.
Okay.
Because I don't want
Just
to
pay
roll
it,
it
no.
again.
You don't want to roll it again and have it
Because
equal
Paylor
the
is just
same
gonna be
thing.
like, no.
Kelvin, you got nothing.
You know when the kitten tries to poke at the cat and the cat just like puts its paw on his head?
Yeah.
Yep. Paylor, Kelvin.
Snow, Cathalia, the two of you kind of have that look like it was. Two of the individuals that were displayed on that platform that day had the house name Cromwell.
With that, would I remember what they look like? Or would it have been too long ago? Because I was all up on that barrier watching the whole thing.
They were already hooded before they were brought out.
Okay.
I remember that.
I'm not.
And that
saying...
strikes you as odd.
Were they?
They were hooded.
Hooded before they were brought out.
Yeah, I remember that.
The
Pyre may not, but I do.
The only time you confirmed who was there was when you used the scryo-vision on a room over.
Mm-hmm.
But I put specifically that I watched Tane.
Yeah,
You'd
but
probably know which one is that.
Maybe.
Body type,
I might have to re-listen to that one.
clothing.
If I'm mistaken, go ahead and let me know, but
I could have swore they were hooded.
I just know what I wrote down, and this was when I was re-listening and writing down word for word.
then I would say that perhaps like the high target was left open-faced, and then the Joe Schmoes were hooded up already.
I'll have to re-listen just for clarification. I'm cool with whichever way.
Okay.
And if your name is Joe Schmo, it doesn't mean that we love you less, okay?
True.
Now, is there a possibility, because like I said, Cromwell's not a good guy. Maybe he was the one. He uses the system to get what he wants.
Was he in with the Black Vines? That you know of?
You just said his brothers were.
Would my criminal history know anything about that?
I would say, given your background with criminal contacts and things like that, you would know that the appearance and persona that Thomas puts out there is that he is the black sheep to a thieving, stealing, murderous family. He is the one who decided to crawl his way out of there and enlist himself into the righteous greatness, the law of Raitul.
Yeah.
He is that family's white knight.
Yeah. Essentially, Cromwell is a wolf in sheep's clothing. His family's not a good family. So obviously, if you got a character such as him to break away from the family's typical name and become, you've got a little bit of an underdog that people root for. Oh, look, one good person came from this family. But trust me, he uses the system to get what he wants. There is the possibility that think of it this way. Brightblade, gone. He's in charge. He likes being in charge, but he's greedy. Most criminals are greedy. So, after a while, that title's not gonna hold much sway over him. There is a
He's gonna go
possibility.
higher up the ladder.
Exactly. At this point, it's not about it's all about him.
Who's
If
higher than Brightblade?
Oh, there's a lot higher than Brightblade. Lands, titles, that's what they were promised. There
No, I
is
mean,
the
who's the next person?
We don't
Would
know.
I know that?
You would know a name.
Mhm.
That's it. You would just
Okay.
know it's the last name, Drake.
Drake.
That does actually kind of sound familiar.
I mean, I don't know the whole Trust me, I mean, I've been in trouble, but I've not shook every person in charge's hand at Tool. I'm not always in trouble, but yeah, I mean, if the possibility of like taking his spot or getting lands and title, that's a huge step in a bigger direction. Now, I'm not saying it is him, but I'm saying there is the possibility,
Yeah.
especially considering if these people report to him. Plus, think of it, Kelvin, we were talking about, people dressing up like guards, especially like they did with stealing that stuff. How easy is it for him to get that stuff to just people he needs to? Nobody's gonna question him introducing, inducting new guards and everything. Nobody's gonna question it. That's his job.
I don't think he had the authority to send Brightblade out here at the time.
No,
I don't
No,
think
but
even
somebody
when
else
no,
did.
somebody
even
did,
when he
and
was out
and
here, he didn't have the authority to send him there.
no,
That was manipulation, which could have been done through him. I don't know what he's good at, but
But
that
look at who
means
he's in league with.
if he is in league with the Vines, they're here.
yeah,
They're and I'll look over at the camp right there. And we don't know who it is.
no, we don't.
So Thalia will look over at the camp and then do the half turn towards Pyre. Does Justin know that you're with the wild cards?
I don't even think he knows what the wild cards are.
Good. Because if they're here, that's not a good sign,
Essentially,
especially for us.
I see it this way, being the criminal that I am, they're everywhere. They're not just here. There's a possibility there's some in Baltic. There's a possibility there's some in and show at the green line. They're everywhere. Trust me. I know how it is to be a criminal. You may not see them, but it's like an anthill. Underground tunnels everywhere, filled.
There's only
Some
two that I'm worried about running into right now.
I'm not. I'm not worried about our safety. The Vines are not going to attack us.
no, because then they'd blow their cover.
No, not even that. If they wanted us dead, would be dead. We're
This is
marked.
too.
We're marked for a certain person.
Yeah, she needs to get out of my head.
Is there the possibility that, yeah, you guys are marked, but they need something from you? They could have very easily killed you.
Yeah, that's why I'm not worried. I'm not worried about what they're going to try to do to us. Unless we attack them, they are not going to come after us first.
Look, the
Kitty
cat lord
kitty.
showed up.
You mean the cat baby?
Oh.
Look
Said,
at my
"Hi,
chocolate
Mom."
starfish!
Oh.
I mean, there's a possibility that my hatred for this guy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I hate people. I hate goody two shoes, but I hate people who skirt around the law and get away with it, while people who steal bread to eat are hung. There is a possibility that, but I'm just saying that it does make sense.
I mean, that is as it has always been and probably always will be. If you have enough money and power, the law does not matter to you.
Exactly. But at this point, he's in charge, so he makes the most likely suspect. And I don't know about reporting to him. And sadly, I don't think we're at a place where we can be much of help to anybody right now. We can
No.
help where we can, but we can't fight a war by ourselves. I mean, I can take on a lot of people, but I can't take on 2 armies.
Right now, we don't have to. Let's focus
Yeah.
on what we can do and what we are going to do.
I think Tam might have some more information. Hopefully. He's
Warnshire, then.
he's good at that. Trust me, I don't like leaving Raitul so far behind like this.
But if we go back, we need more information.
Exactly.
But if it's as deep as we think it is, we might have to leave Thavia behind.
Better become gods and kill everybody. That's a part of it. You get a little taste of Dressal, and then God, it goes to your head. Aspire kind of chuckles to herself.
Yeah, there's only a couple gods. You can't just try to become one of them.
Who's gonna stop me? Aspire swears at Kelvin.
Probably whoever's god, whatever god you're trying to take the place of.
Give me some time, I'll be able to take them. Do I need to, with the route you were going, does Justin know if I'm in the wild cards? Do I need to talk to him one-on-one?
I don't think we talked to anyone else.
Only if you think it's best. Because with that, I trust your judgment.
Well,
And if you trust him.
If he's here, that means there's probably some other Colosseum people here. I can ask, can see, maybe talk with some people, talk to him, just make it out like old times.
I mean, if Tam came through, though, we know he didn't shut up, so people probably know.
I mean, maybe. I would hope he
I
would
mean,
have the wherewithal to not say too much.
if he said anything, it was too much. He either said nothing or too much. And we obviously know he spoke.
All I know is I need to at least get him back. As Pyre stands up and do you want me to talk to him tonight or tomorrow?
I'll leave that up to you.
He was scouting earlier, so he's probably resting now.
You can do it first thing so you can get some rest.
I know, I'm probably gonna stay up a little bit longer so you guys can get rest. I know they were in the parameters, but still,
I don't want to trust their watches. We should also take watches ourselves.
yeah. I can take the first one.
I'll take whatever one after I come out of my trance. And probably the
Just
second.
even if I haven't gotten a lot of sleep, wake me up, Cathalia, okay?
I will.
All right. Everybody else, you guys go to bed.
All right.
Walk over to Pyre, put my hand on her shoulder. Wake me up in 2 hours. Do not stay up. You need rest too.
I know.
And do a little two pat and then go go lay down in my tent that I totally had Mr. Whiskers help me set up.
Of course, I've been replaced by a rat.
Replaced. Okay.
He's good with a toothpick.
Fire. Please give me a perception. It is late at night. No more sun left. So it will be disadvantage.
All right, because I was about to ask that. Something bad. Yeah, something bad.
Oof.
3.
Okay. Oh, excuse me.
We can add a D4 to it, but it's still gonna be terrible. Fuck it. Go ahead. There you
That's
go.
why I didn't even touch
5.
my one history check.
5 is better than 3.
As
No.
you begin to walk around, curiosity gets a little bit better. Head over to the cart, move some cloth aside, and grab forked sword. 2 ends, not enough to emit a lot of light, but just a little dimness to them, red and blue.
Yeah.
As you hold them together, you begin to hear this little just coming from them. Very small vibration. It's comforting. Oddly lulling. Your eyes. You have this long blink, and then that wake up. Don't know how long it's been, but you also don't know where you are. Wake up, standing on what you can tell a extremely pristine white platform of some sort in this completely black hole. There is light. It's not without light, but it seems that about 30 feet around you is this platform you're standing on, overtly pristine white. You're in your normal clothing, the forked sword in your hand. What do you do?
It's gonna be like looking around, walking. Not exactly yelling, but kind of like, where the fuck am I?
Am.
So there's an echo.
Echo.
He's just gonna walk on the platform, kind of looking around, seeing if like the platform ends or it
It does
leads
end.
anywhere.
It's about 30 feet wide all the way around. Perfect disc,
Mhm.
circle shape.
Okay. Not gonna walk off that. Where the fuck am I? As
As you look around some more, you begin to see there are these constant streams and tightly woven pathways of this familiar looking black gray cloth energy. You're not certain, but you are familiar with this as you took a one-way express trip rather recently with some of your allies. It seems that this space, this sphere you're in, is encased in this.
is it close enough to touch, or is it like too far out?
Do you reach for it?
How did my cat get in Kelvin's screen?
Right? No,
Magic.
I use locate creature and teleport.
Fire kind of like does her hand like that, and then she's like, or Saul, like trying to see if she could talk to her dad. Am I
As you
doing
reach
something
with
crazy?
your left hand,
Mhm.
in your right hand, you can feel the blade begin to vibrate.
Feeling the vibration, Fire touches it.
The sword?
No, the like as she gets closer, she kind of feels like if it gets like vibrating more or anything like that.
You reach your hand out and you kind of very cautiously dip it a little bit into
Mhm.
this material, this substance, and it reacts and feels the way it felt when you took that trip with your allies. It's like putting your hand through thick, muddy water. It doesn't drag you away, but there is resistance. It is moving.
Okay. And the sword's still vibrating.
It vibrates a bit.
Fire slowly move the sword kind of close to it, not touching it, but like see
As
if
you
like
begin to do so, where your hand has encompassed into it, you watch as it begins to be pushed away, rediverting.
Fire keeps moving it closer.
And as you get closer still with the sword, it's less being redirected and more just starting to be shredded and torn. It's no longer like someone put a brick in the middle of a river. Now it's like someone is just taking chunks out of actual water.
He's getting closer to it to the point that it's almost touching it.
As you do so, your voice, deep, ancient. Yes. And you see huge, massively large, two claw marks indent themselves into the sphere around you. And then you can see what looks like something chomps down in the sphere. Something large, a mouth of something, is trying to collapse and chew into the sphere.
Fire kind of
And
pulls.
you wake up.
Oh god damn it. Fire wakes up. Is she still holding the sword?
You are. You
Fuck.
look down. What do you do?
She's like looking at the sword. Like,
As you
what?
look at it, you can see bleeding down from the tip, and almost as if the sword itself is sweating, is little beads of this black ink.
Fuck was that? Don't think you're in a talking mood, are you, Jorsal? Jesus fucking Christ. Ugh. That magic? Was that just a crazy ass dream? What the fuck was that? I don't know if it's been 2 hours or not, but I'm waking Kelvin up. And she like goes over and just like starts shaking him like Kelvin, Kelvin, Kelvin.
Kelvin, you don't know how long you've been asleep. You know you've been asleep. Not sure how long, but you're getting woken up.
What? What?
Kelvin,
Huh?
Kelvin,
Huh?
Kelvin. So,
Huh? What?
Kelvin, I had a very weird, serious dream. I don't know. But look at the sword as she like shows it. The sword is sweating. The sword is sweaty.
Oh, sweaty.
The sword.
No,
Were you in the sword exercising?
No, not this time. Anyways, listen, okay? Remember the stuff. Me, you, and Cathalia. We went to that place.
Yeah. No.
I was. You
Just gonna reach out and
remember?
poke fire because I don't know if I'm awake or not.
Okay.
Listen.
She's
Okay, no,
real. You
listen.
poke her, there's resistance.
We traveled to that other plane. We
Oh, with
saw
the other people.
yes.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you say that? We've been to lots of places.
Like I think Connor and Ass. I can't. No, As. That's
Yes.
right. Yeah, the angry chick. Yeah. Anyways,
Yes,
we
the
went
angry
there.
one. I no similarities.
She looks kind of confused. Anyways, listen. Okay, I was in a place. There was an echo, pristine floor, and it was the stuff all around me. And I put my hand on it, and it felt the same. But then taking the sword was vibrating. So I was taking the sword and putting it up close to it, and it was at first like trying to get away, then it was like tearing, and then I got it really close, and then all of a sudden some creepy old voice just said yes, and then there was claws and big ass teeth trying to bite down on wherever the fuck I was, and then I woke up and the sword is sweating now. The black stuff.
Do I see anything on the sword?
You do see looks to be very faint remains of a familiar black ink.
Well, that is concerning. I don't know how that stuff got on the sword, but I don't know what he left when he left, but don't eat anything from Isa's stuff.
Isa didn't leave anything.
I don't know why you're having these dreams.
Why are you bringing up Isa? He left. He took everything with him.
Well, he left something. Yeah, he's gone. But he's still here. We can't hide from that. Being angry doesn't change anything.
I think I'm making this up because of Isa.
No, I don't. I don't think you're making anything up. I don't know what it is. I don't know what that thing is you have in your hand. I know it's powerful. I know it came from your chest, and it came from something in a both good and bad place. But we don't know what it's going to be used for. We don't know why it's here. It could be the greatest sword ever created. It could bring about the end of the world. But we don't know. We don't know why anything is the way it is.
Kelvin,
Yes,
I miss him.
I know. I know you're strong, but you don't have to act tough all the time. And at that, I'm not even gonna add, I'm just gonna read, I'm gonna give her a big hug.
It hurts.
Yeah,
He used to say things that made my head hurt that I never really felt before. But now with him gone, I feel a pain I've never really felt before other than whenever I had to leave my mom.
the only the only advice I can really give you is to take what you've learned and use it. Don't abandon an entire experience and ignore everything because you didn't like the outcome. Did you learn something? Then it wasn't a bad experience. Yes, it hurts. And I can't change that for you. No amount of healing spells or praying or crystals or swords or talking or watches or anything is going to change that. But I can tell you from very personal, very recent experiences, loss does get easier over time. We don't know why he's gone. all we can do is hope it's for the right reason. He had his own journey. We have ours. And the worst thing we can do is give up what we're trying to accomplish. What you're trying to accomplish. All the good you've done. And you've done lots of good. And you did lots of good before you ever met him. And you'll do lots of good after. Because, Pyre Tanwin, you are a good person.
Is he saying this while still hugging Pyre?
Did Pyre let go?
No.
Then yes.
You're a good person too, Kelvin.
I think it's time you get some sleep, though. Maybe put that away. We'll deal with that another time.
I feel like I'm gonna keep it close where I can keep an eye on it at least, because we know a little bit about it, but like you said, could be good, could be bad. It depends on whose hands it's in. And since I happen to be a good person, I think I'll keep watch over it. And Spire lays down and like keeps it close to her just in case, but kind of visible for everybody else.
Right.
As she goes to sleep.
The rest of you have your watches. Morning comes without issue.
Yeah, the minute Cathalia wakes Pyre up, she's grabbing the sword, putting all her stuff up, going to try to look for Justin or see if she sees anybody else from the Coliseum.
Okay. How much time are you gonna dedicate to this?
Well, we didn't say when we were leaving, so probably say a little while, because more than likely they're eating breakfast. Cathalia's doing the no talkie before coffee kind of thing and everything,
Yeah, pretty much.
kind of figuring out what we need to do. So I'd probably say about an hour or so, just talking to everybody, kind of, she's not just
an investigation.
No. 15, that's not bad.
15, all right.
Mhm.
You do find 3 other individuals from the Coliseum.
You should.
You find
Hopefully nobody I owe money to.
no.
Thank God.
You find Arabella. You knew her as she was a little less about being in the pits alongside you. She was more of demonstrating the dexterous weapons, like throwing darts, throwing knives, those kinds of things. Really, she didn't get a lot of pit time. Most of hers was the sideshow, but when they would have the yearly solstice festival, she could show off, blindfold
People are
tricks, things like that.
People are getting drunk. They love that shit. Yeah.
You come across to Bryce, just huge, big, just muscle-bound individual. You and him went toe to toe quite a few times. He favors his Warhammer.
Okay.
And then you come across Eris. She was much more of the, again, more aligned with Arabella. She was much more caster based. She was much more, she didn't really get a ton of hit time again. She was more, here's what you can use your magic for when you're in the ring. So she would get pit time, but not so much against fellow fighters due to her casting.
Yeah.
All of them have seemed to have pretty much, once the incident at the Coliseum went down with the dead guards and the items stolen, looks like they came their way up here.
Quick side question.
Yes.
So, how you're describing things with the Colosseum, was Kelvin the most successful caster in the Colosseum?
Technically, yes. Most of them were just
Win.
frontline fighters.
Yeah, Pyre kind of talks to him a little bit, sees how they're doing, asks if they've seen Justin.
And they lead you kind of over to where his tent is.
Okay. I would say Pyre knocks, but one, she can't knock, and two, that's really not her style. So she kind of like lifts it up, sticks her head in.
There you see, sitting on this little stool with a towel right over his bottom half and a mirror in one hand and a straight razor in the other. You see, he is sitting there just shaving his face.
All right. Look, at least you're steady with that blade.
Ha 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 ha. He kind of tilts the mirror to look at you.
Good
morning.
Good morning.
Can I help you?
Haven't seen me in months now. It's all at once, all of a sudden, huh?
You did come into my tent.
Yeah, I know.
Well, step
That's who
inside
I
and
am.
close the flap.
Pyre. Okay, calm down. I don't want you to have to get your little bow and arrow out as she, like, steps in and sits down.
I'll take it you and your friends rested well?
For the most part, yeah.
Good.
So, didn't realize Cromwell was in charge.
Yeah. Yeah, me neither. Really, I don't really pay attention to how all this work. When I get paid, doesn't matter.
Fighter of the Coliseum, always a fighter.
Yeah. If that does a trick for a good steady paycheck, and he points over to his armor where you can see one of the little lapels has been freshly attached. If that pays the bills, keeps my food full. Whatever.
There you go.
So what do I owe this unique pleasure to have a great champion of Iron Coliseum within my humble little tent here?
What are you talking about? You're making out like I'm some big wig whenever. Look at you and that lapel over there and everything.
Ha 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 ha. You and I both know if it went toe to toe in the Coliseum, I'd lose 10 times out of 11.
Yeah, but guess what? There's still that 11th.
I know you can count that high.
Yeah, I can also look down this low. And she's just looking down at him and everything.
He finishes up shaving his face and puts the mirror down and grabs another towel. Well, heading out?
Do you think there's the possibility of a setup? I know.
Why do you make me think?
I know it's very difficult, but I'm around people who make me think. Okay,
God.
so
Those
yeah.
poor people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pyre, I
Hey,
don't
those
know.
poor people are alive because of me, so.
I know I'm a good scout, but I didn't go on that mission.
Yeah.
I can't speak for anything else.
Knowing that who's in charge is in charge, considering all the things you told us and we told you. Does it sound a bit shady?
It sounds like someone like him wouldn't have reached their rank if they did things by the book.
Yeah.
Was it all planned to the T and penned in letter and perfect? Who knows?
I don't know.
Did he take advantage of a situation? Absolutely.
Yeah.
How much setup did they have involved? No idea. Was there a setup involved? Was it is Paylor Restum is right blades passing completely fluke, and then Cromwell just swoops in. And he kind of grabs one of his arrows and twirls it in his hand and points at you. You have a lot of things to figure out.
Yeah. And I think it might be good to have a scout's ear every now and then.
Well, that would be if I knew
Spire
where you
kind
were
of.
going.
I believe we're heading to Warnshire.
Then from there,
I'm not entirely sure. I gotta ask these people, and half the time I don't even know where I'm going, and they just point me in a direction.
don't know how long I'll be here, but if you figure out where you're going, the letter sent here.
No, I can do that. But you know what that means, right?
Mm.
It means I'm gonna need you to stay safe.
Easy.
You're an archer. Yeah, you're an archer. Don't put yourself in purposeful danger.
Literally never.
And if a situation don't feel right, just like the Coliseum, book it.
I can still run faster than you.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure you don't have a god for a dad, so yeah.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. As Pyre kind of like, well, I will let you finish getting prettied up. As she like smiles at him and everything. You gotta like, look good for your uniform. If you do hear anything you need my help, let me know.
I'll let you know.
I would love to see you and Catalia going at a shooting match as she like leaves.
You know I'd win.
Possibility, but then she'd just shoot you in the back.
You make your way back to your party. What would the rest of you like to accomplish while she's out having her conversations?
Caffeinate.
I don't know how you drink that garbage.
Better than that nasty ass milk you drink.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is delicious.
Ugh.
In 4 days, we're not near a refrigerator.
Barf.
Nope.
The chunkiest of milks.
I'm not sure it's milk anymore. I'm pretty sure
Does
we're
anyone
slowly
have a
turning it into
spoon?
butter.
Yeah. That or sour cream.
You have a spoon.
Yeah,
You can
probably.
make a spoon.
Actually, I have a mess kit. I have a spoon.
You could just presentation you a spoon.
Um, um.
Well, I will
Sorry,
say that
allergies.
the travel to Mornshire is uneventful. The weather, as you get closer, is slowly a little more overcasty. As you get closer and closer to Bragos, it doesn't get cold or chilly, but it definitely gets a little more brisk. All in all, your travel time, I believe, is another, I want to say, 10 days. Make that trip. As you do come across to Mornshire, everyone give me a perception check. Get my description out of the way, and we call it a night.
6. Yeah, okay, I'll use my last help then.
17.
8.
All right.
I am gonna do
21.
one more. Why not?
Blood magic.
There you go.
Yes, 12, and I'm gonna use a help dice.
There you go.
Bumping all of it up.
No. 16.
Okay. Great average scores across the board. The first thing you notice is the probably double, if not triple, in sized tent encampment just outside the city proper. And I do mean city. Mornshire is not a town, it's not a little area. It is a large city built along the bank of the river. It is less condensed and it doesn't really push inland too much. What the most notable feature of Mornshire is its length, as it runs a good bit of the river. Most of the buildings having been built over section of the river to assist with unloading and loading of seafaring vessels or just simple land vessels that go within the under the mountains. You do know that from Mornshire further south, the river does split. When the river heads off to the left, it seems to end somewhere into Bragos or Rania. And the bit that runs south, that eventually empties into Zyvan, runs underneath the Rania mountain range. No one really knows if it's truly safe to travel it by boat. There may be portions that are truly deep underground, but it is known that there have been some mines that have run into the Zealot River.
So whenever you say city, like Raitul big or like
Probably about half Raitul.
okay.
It's not massive. It's not a capital.
Yeah,
It's not huge.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Mostly lumber, some brick.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help but think of that one place in Skyrim that just sits right on top of the
Yep.
river.
I mean, essentially,
Yeah.
Same.
there's still room
And
for
of
seafaring
course-
vessels to get by and turn around, but
And of course
essentially,
we'll find
yeah.
Tamriel there.
Listen, we don't speak about those underground corridors, all right?
Hey, listen, I mean, just the one thing I didn't tell you about Justin is we did go head to head and he shot me in the knee for some reason. No.
And you
Just
still are
knowing
an
him for like
adventurer?
10 minutes, I could totally see that.
Is there anything you wish to do before you either choose to go through or around the encampment and then get into Mornshire proper?
We filled out our papers and everything, so Fire's just gonna head in.
Okay. You come up to the encampment. There is a couple of guards that seem to be just kind of doing their usual scouts and patrols. They kind of, hello there. And instantly you can tell right away that their mood is different, but also is their armor. They're a bit heavy. The foot troops are here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good afternoon. Not to ask you to go around if you're trying to get the Mornshire.
About how far of a detour would that be?
It's just around the encampment, and the detour will be about 500 to 1,000 feet.
Oh, so they're not like walling off the city. They're just having a central camp that is.
No, they're just close to the
between-
city.
Okay. I'm sorry, I misunderstood that.
No, you're good.
I know we have papers. This pirate like holds up the paper. I don't know if this does anything. If we need to go around, we can.
And he kind of waves you closer.
And hold up the paper.
He takes it from you, looks it over. Looks over all of you, like just slowly looks you all over.
We're legal.
Certainly. Looking for work as well, or just passing through?
Passing through for now.
All right. Should you seek a contract with the King's Blade? Quartermaster's in the center of the city.
Appreciate it.
Quartermaster have a name?
Of course he has a name. Quartermaster.
Quartermaster Doug. That's his name. As Pyre walks through.
Actually, his name's... Never mind. Doug's good.
We'll be sure to ask for Doug. Thanks for all your help.
I guess we'll just. They're going straight through the
Mosey
camp,
on
so
through?
yeah.
There is a path through for your cart.
Mhm.
And we'll just carry over your rounded out perception check. As you make it through, it is extremely apparent that they are gearing up to defend the city. There are full plate, half plate. No one really seems to be on the lighter side of armor. There are spears, pikes, longswords, shields, rations, cook tents, medical tents. No one seems to be, you don't see anybody hurt here, but you can definitely see, I would say, Cathalia, Snow, too. You kind of recognize similar things set up to receive those wounded.
As we go through, I'm going to actually lower my head and just say a small prayer to Paylor to watch over these people when they defend and enter battle, and hopefully they make it out the other side.
Okay. Once you make it through the encampment, you come up to Mornshire proper. Again, it was much more... It's dense, don't get me wrong there, but it is also spread out to be accessible to the river. Some buildings built a good quarter way into the river.
Question.
Yes.
Because I honestly can't remember. Have we heard that Mornshire is a target in the war? Or are they just defending just in case?
You have not heard they are a target. The biggest target has been Dreadshire because it is on the exact border of those two lands.
Right.
Mornshire is much more, it exists to assist with getting goods from the Zealous River to Raitul, and also most notably Rania, as the river goes underground not too much further after Mornshire. So this is like the main offloading point of things that go into Rania.
Gotcha.
And also come out of Rania if they're going to go via ocean.
So essentially it's like a just in case type thing. Okay.
Also, this close to the fork, you're not but 3-4 days.
Yeah.
I would say 5 days with a march of a army force.
And you said it was double or triple the size of the other camp?
Yes.
So
this
it would
is a
be
solid 300 to 500 strong.
This is where Pyre would be hanging out if she.
This is where she would be. Yeah, essentially,
Yeah.
you get that gist. Like, well, this is where I would have ended up.
Yeah.
You would have signed that contract.
Mm-hmm.
Probably where you would have been.
Elvin would have been back at the other camp.
Yeah, all three of you would have been.
Hey now.
No, you all would
How
have been up
about
here.
that?
Different
No.
uses. You all would have been up here.
I mean, I could scout, but
Kelvin would be somewhere in the middle making his own tent because it's like I'm starting my own encampment. Everybody.
By the time he gets his built, all right, we're packing up. Really? But that is where we'll end the episode with you guys pushing into and getting your introduction to Mornshire.
Ooh.
So I hope you guys had fun. I enjoyed the session. And we will be picking up a familiar face next week.
This is my real question here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go
this
ahead.
is the most important question of the episode.
Go ahead.
Out of the 4 people Pyre saw, how many of their asses did she kick?
3 of them. The 4th one held his ground usually.
I know which one of those. Yeah, there we go. That's all that matters.
Because the other ones
Macy boy.
were much more not quite pit fighters. They did when money was tight enough.
There we go. That's all I wanted to know.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good session. Hope you enjoyed the things we do here at Player Hater Gaming, and I look forward to catching all of you at our Twisted Perception stream. Maybe I'll be dropping by there. I have no idea. I usually find out about an hour beforehand.
Same.
So, Ford, if you have a need of another face randomly, just let us know.
Mm-hmm.
I will say sorry for not.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully, we can give you much more fun and a lot more great things. I'll be looking forward to just having fun with the community and telling y'all a great story. Excuse me. They tell the story. I just interject intermittently.
You're part of it.
Most of us sit back and watch and just wonder, oh God. But we're going to get out of here. I hope all of you.
How bad are they going to fuck up my world?
Don't forget.
Yeah, right.
Don't forget you plan amazing naval battles that we just circumvent.
So anyways, I hope you'll have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out. And please check out our socials. Check out our Discord. We'd love to have you there. And I can't wait to see what they do next week when we pick up a missing member. It's going to be fun to see what he has learned, because I have been doing sessions with him and passing him information. So we'll see what happens. Till then,
Paylor be with you.
Paylor be with you. All of you have a good night.